Hey guys, so I know you're all curious about what happened, and here's my update. First of all, we canceled immediately, but I want to show you the house, and I'm going to narrate it, but I want to be clear. I could not film everything because there were literally people watching us. And I also want to be clear about this. This place is good for locals, for people who speak Spanish, but if you're an American who travels a lot, you know that when you're in these countries, as soon as they hear you speaking English, like there's a target on you that they can get money out of you. Like we literally had somebody walk up to my husband after he left the ATM and was just like, "Hi, oh, you're a gringo? Where are you from? Can I have some money?" Like that's it. So that's what made it so bad, is because we have kids. Our kids are young and they are very much American, so they are very loud when they talk and play. So I can get away with being quiet and people not knowing that I'm American. But my kids are, if 1 to 10 is a sound level, they are always at an 8. And then they start messing with each other and it quickly goes to a 10. So anybody in a half a mile radius can hear my kids screaming and playing. We, in that regard, we are typically loud Americans. So, and I say this because, I remember once upon a time, I don't know if it's still there, but there was somebody in St. Louis City, on the north side of St. Louis City, which is one of the worst neighborhoods, had put an Airbnb up, and they were like, "Come experience the hood," basically. Now, I would rent that Airbnb because I grew up in that neighborhood. Even though I don't live there, and people could, now when I go back home, I'm considered kind of an outsider, I still feel comfortable there because that is where I grew up. I would not take my husband there. I would not take anybody who is clearly not from that neighborhood there. And this was the issue with this Airbnb, is that we were clearly not from that neighborhood, and everybody was interested in why we were there and who we were. And those are things I don't want. I don't want, when my family leaves, for them to know that all of our belongings are in the house, because we came with a lot of luggage because we are moving there. So yeah, it was just unsafe, and I'll show you the back and forth with the owners. There are 3 ladies who own it, and it was real. You'll see, I just stopped responding because everything I said, it was like, well, who was looking at you? Who was staring at you? And there were dogs barking, fighting all night. You could just hear 3 dogs fighting all night. Well, I don't know any dogs in the neighborhood. I only know of a Chihuahua. And the thing is, it's you can see dogs walking around the neighborhood. So for her to that don't belong to anybody. So for her to be like, there's only a Chihuahua in the neighborhood, I'm like, oh, okay. You want me to say I'm lying. So I just stopped responding to her, and I went through with Airbnb. Ultimately, she's saying she'll give me a partial refund. Airbnb is saying they'll give me another partial refund. And after I get those refunds, I'm disputing the charge because I'm not paying for it. I will pay for the day that we stayed, the night that we stayed, because my kids did sleep. We may not have, but my kids did. But ultimately, that's it. So let's go through this footage so you all can see what I was talking about. So this is the outside of the house. Beautiful door. Like I said, it was completely renovated. And when you look up, there's a vacant house just right there, blocked by this wire fence that anybody can get into. The rest of it was block fencing on that side, that little portion. It wasn't even the whole portion. And next to, I want a little shot of that, next to the vacant house, the creepy vacant house, was an auto shop that I also thought was vacant. But then when I was filming, somebody popped out, and I was just like, another person, oh, who is that in the house? And I'm gonna show you the inside. The inside, like I said, it was all renovated. It was beautifully done. They did a great job. It's not the house that was the problem. It's the fact that there were no window dressings and everybody can see in. They have these bars on them, but they're not window dressings. Also bars, no window dressings. So that's looking right into that vacant house. Beautiful bedroom. Go into the bathroom, beautifully redone. I wanted to highlight the fact that this is a well done house. it was the area. But then I'll turn it around and there's a window in the bathroom, no window dressings, looking right at a neighbor's house. And then I'll go over to the other bathroom and it's the same thing. Now this other window looks right at the vacant house, and it's like covered with bushes and stuff, so you can't really tell if somebody's looking in on us. Like that right there, the vacant house. So anyway, there's more of the same, the pretty bedrooms, and just showing how much it was redone. So that was part of the reason it was creepy. Okay, so now let's get to the messaging back and forth. This is me talking to the owners. There's like 3 owners. I slowed it down so you can see it. You all can pause. So she was basically asking me questions. I was trying to be polite by even saying something to her. But then when she said, oh, the only dog in the neighborhood is a Chihuahua, is when I was like, okay, I'm about to stop answering her. And then she eventually says the house next door that's empty that anybody can get into is with her construction material. And that's when I just said, forget it. And I stopped responding to her. So that's it. That's all I have right now. I don't know if I'm going to get all of my money back. Actually, I'm pretty sure I am. But I would just say, if you're going to come to a place that maybe Airbnb, a hotel would have been better. I wish we would have just gotten a hotel. A hotel would have been better, but I feel like we would have ended up leaving anyway, because it's just kind of an older city and it's not a lot of stuff there. There's a lot more things. There are a lot of things there that we didn't see, but it wasn't the city for us. So we're just headed back.